want fertility. So I can understand that aspect as well, but that doesn't apply to Shannon Sharpe because from my understanding, he already has 3 kids or 2 kids or whatever. I'm just saying for the gentlemen out here who never experienced that, what they're going to do with somebody that's been through one, if not both of those things. So that's something you got to think about as well. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's an awesome point. You definitely dropped gems on that one. Go ahead, you can play your video. Rock out.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, fair use.
Doe could tell Sharpe was much older than her. She found him physically intimidating. Over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued her. He constantly approached her at the gym, attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages. She gave in and they met outside the gym. He demanded she sign an NDA. She wondered why he was so insistent on her.
By the way, what is an NDA? I'm a little rusty with this law. So what, anyone know what an NDA is?
NBA is basically it's like it's not like it's degree. It's just like NBA, like whatever it is, like whatever they have to study law, things of that nature. I'm not saying for law, but it's like a certification. MBA is the same thing as almost like a master's, a PhD, whatever. MBA, an NDA.
Okay. Genesis says, all hands in the air, wall here. Woman over 40, no kids, got a VIP pass to the wall. Well, Southern Genesis, first of all, you look good for your age. And second of all, the fact that you don't have kids, your situation is not that bad.
Right.
Real Bill talk fertility equals seek teams excuses.
Yeah.
Well, to Southern Bell's point, I guess you could say I'm gonna say past 35, maybe youth, beauty, and fertility are not something you should be looking for. Cause that's kind of what I used to look for. I'm 40 years old now. I don't want youth. I do want beauty, and you could look beautiful at any age. And at this point, I don't care about fertility. I just want a woman to be with me. I just want somebody to be with me. So I don't have to be old, single, and by myself. I don't want to get nobody for convenience, but I'm just saying my priorities are going to have to change as I get older. What you want at 25, you don't want at 35 or 45. Just saying.
So
and Leo says non-disclosure act. Okay, thank you, Leo. Non-disclosure act. There it is.
Yeah, so you have a few of them. There's the non-disclosure. Then you have let me see. Then you have a CA, which is confidential. Then you have the CDA, which is the property information agreement, I guess. I don't know, PIA or secrecy agreement, SA, okay, is a legal contract or a part of a contract between at least 2 parties that outlines confidential material, knowledge, or information that the parties wish to share with one another for certain purposes, but wish to restrict access. Rocco.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Southern Bell said 40 seeking teenagers is some kid that could be your kid. Disgusting. It really is. I talked about Drea Michelle last year or whatever. She's at the time 39, got with 22-year-old Jalen Green, and she got a son his age. So that's off-putting in and of itself. And this would be no different if it was a man. That's why I say lines need to be drawn when it comes to age gap relationships. What the hell you doing getting with someone that could be your damn daughter or son? Seriously. But let's continue. Fair use.
NDA. Well, I mean, he's Shannon Sharpe. He doesn't want no girl talking about what they've been doing. Even though aren't NDAs like kind of like fabricated horse shit? Like you can kind of get around NDA. Invited her to his house. Beginning of a rocky consensual relationship that lasted 2 years. They saw each other on his terms, on his own schedule, 4 times a week. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. He would lie about seeing other women while insisting to her that him were exclusive. So some jealousy.
Okay, so maybe jealousy played a part in it. They say he took pictures with other women and was hanging with other women. So maybe it was some jealousy. You think jealousy was one of the motivations behind it? Anybody can answer.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know too much about it. Maybe you want to play a little bit more of the footage. Not too sure.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, just play
All
a little
right,
bit
we'll
more.
do. We'll do. All right, but the fact that she did that when finding he was dealing with other women, maybe jealousy plays a role in it. All right, fair use.
Jealousy starts brewing. She sees that he's, banging other girls and shit. He often manipulated her at times, being sweet and loving to get what he wanted. Extremely emotional and possessed uncontrollable temperature. He displayed characteristics of a true narcissist. He wielded his power, influence, and a celebrity control plaintiff get what he wanted. October 2024, he turned progressively worse. Insistent upon recording he recorded everything. Why shouldn't you start recording shit and go live on Instagram on accident, bro? Sometimes all her knowledge is crazy. If that's true, without her knowledge, start sharing these videos with others without her permission. Make no other man want her. He at this point
Hey,
accidentally
hustler. Hey, try this, right?
Make no other man want her. Damn. Okay.
Hey, hustler. Try this.
What's up?
Try to go ahead. Do you look at your options, right? For this right here, how we set up. Put the video in the back, but keep it up and play it and just have us up on the screen. It might help it from
Wait, say that again.
Try to put just us up on the screen, but don't take the video down. Keep the video here, but let it play from the background.
Oh, okay.
That might help with it, Borgen, because YouTube be tripping nowadays.
Okay. Like that?
You got smaller circles. Try to hit those again. Should be 2. There you go. Respect to the family. Rock out.
All right. So I can still play the video, but now y'all can hear it. Okay.
You got to push play first and make sure. I'll let you know.
All right. So basically, they were saying was Shannon Sharpe.
purposely to advance his career went live on Instagram while having sex.
You heard all that? She said, "Me too. I'm not concerned about fertility. I need security, loyalty, experience, and wisdom. Good and stable, funny, energetic, healthy, and horny." Hustler, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At our age of concern, youth, maybe you could look good at the age, but fertility shouldn't even be a concern at the age of especially if you have kids already. Just saying. But let's continue. Fair use.
Oh my God,
that's crazy that really happened. There's audio of this because it wasn't on video, but you could
What'd
hear
you say?
audio of Shannon.
Nah, I was saying, oh my goodness, like that's
I didn't
crazy.
hear you.
I said, oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you good.
Okay. Oh, you're reacting to the video. Okay, let's hear it again. Fair use.
Want her. He at this point accidentally or purposely to advance his career went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. That's crazy that really
is.
happened. There's audio of this because it wasn't on video, but you could hear the audio of Shannon Sharpe having intercourse. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship, or called him out about his extraneous activities. Manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get Doe's apartment complex without her permission. In October 2024, Sharpe violently essayed and R'd plaintiff 2 different times in Vegas, ignoring her requests for him to stop. He did it again in January. So major accusation there. At this point, I'm like, why didn't this girl go to the police? You know what I mean? If she really, I know people are going to say they're scared, like you're scared. Obviously, I don't have the perspective of being a woman, so I don't know the situation like that. I mean, she probably should have, right? She left Nevada temporarily to escape Shannon Sharpe. She now seeks justice through this action and other means. Plaintiff seeks compensatory and punitive damages in the matter in excess of $50 million.
Yeah, I was kind of saying that too. Why didn't she go to the police off rip when it happened? But it's possible she was afraid or whatever. Based on everything he was doing, it's possible she probably was afraid. I mean, if he's guilty of doing all that bullshit, then hey, recording her, well, I guess he did it for his own safety. But for her to record their sexual interactions and then share with other people, okay, that's kind of low. That shit there is kind of low. Just saying. That really is low for him to do that. But fair use.
Big ones. Now, this is right after there's been headlines of Shannon Sharpe getting like $100 million deals or like a podcast deal or network deal or something. So there's a motive for her to do this. Obviously, she's seeing like she could be set for life. But also at the same time, if he really did do this and she was saying, no, he's a piece of shit. During the first conversation, Sharp proposed a challenge of competency who could lean out faster. The prize, if plaintiff won, he would buy her fake tits. This man's 50 years old talking to a 19-year-old girl like that. Plaintiff was
Wow. Okay, that is just ridiculous. He said all that stuff to some 19-year-old woman. All I can say. Hold on. Hold on. The price ain't right. The price ain't right. Let's continue.
stunned. The implication that she needed or wanted such a thing was wildly inappropriate. Hearing it from a stranger more than 30 years at her senior made it even more disturbing. Sharp made himself unavoidable. He was at the gym when she was, constantly called and text demanded to come to his Beverly Glen mansion. You want to know something crazy? Over 4% of Murderpedia entries are related to life insurance. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's over 600 murders in the United States each year, with life insurance being the motive for murder. The real
that's something.
Mystery, though, is how to get the best life insurance at the lowest possible cost. And I have an answer for you. Protect your family's financial future with life insurance through quotable than you think with SelectQuote.
Damn, hold on.
Deals or like a podcast deal or network deal or something. Also, there's a big that constantly called and may offer quote affordable than you think with SelectQuote, with some policies costing less than $1 per.
All right, I'm jumping ahead.
It started today. That's selectquote.com/with. Before Sharp opened the door to his mansion without a word, no greeting, no acknowledgement, no small talk, without so much as looking at her. He simply turned away from her after opening the door and walked upstairs. Plaintiff hesitated but followed as she did not know what else to do or where else to go. When they reached the bedroom, Sharp pointed to the bed before disappearing into the bathroom and shutting the door behind him. He still had not said a word. Plaintiff sat on the bed, waiting, unsure of what to expect or if she should leave. Roughly 5 minutes later, he finally emerged, but still he said nothing and said he turned off the lights and laid down on his bed. What was he doing in there for 5 minutes? And this motherfucker is creepy. Leading her up to his bedroom without saying anything? For roughly 10 minutes, there was nothing but silence. Then, without warning, Sharp placed his hands on plaintiff's neck from behind, pressed his erect pee against her body, and said his first words of the night. I knew from the first time I saw you, I was going to F you.
Well, goddamn. So he grabbed her by the throat, grinded on her, and then proceeded to say some dirty stuff to her. My God. Whoo, my.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
Well, thoughts so far from what you heard?
Be quite honest with you. Like, look, a lot of this stuff, you know what I recognize it is. It's just, it is what it is. As far as, you know, it's not hard to recognize when you see a duck. That's my point. There have been so many long listed, not even red flags, but like actual documented incidences that also back it up. I mean, it goes without saying, to be honest with you. I don't really have too much to say, you know, when it comes to like whether or not it is what it is. We all know it is. My whole thing is, how can you be so damn dumb? And that's about it. Rock out.
Mm-hmm. And Genesis said he ate that blue chew, had to let it kick in. Oh yeah, the little pill that makes you bigger. Of course. It's possible. I don't know. Given his age, it's possible. And Dr. Steele said it's just freaky. Oh my. But that thing, did she consent to all this stuff? But fair use.
And then oral sex. Doe at some point realized Sharp was using his phone. He apparently was recording her. Plaintiff could see that he was trying to be discreet, but it was obvious. She said nothing, scared to confront him from what he might do. At some point later in the night, grabbed plaintiff by her V and began having sex with her. The next day, he woke up at 4 a.m. to shoot media segments for sports television. He woke her up and told her she needed to leave, but informed her that she had to be back by 9 p.m. Following night, plaintiff arrived at Sharp's house approximately 9 p.m. See, why'd she go back? That's a great question, right? I mean, truly, why'd you go back there? If you had that experience Why on earth would you entertain this guy? It doesn't seem like you enjoyed the first experience. Just 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good question too. So he ordered her back to her house around 9 o'clock. Why the fuck didn't she just go to the goddamn police at that time and point when she left the house? I mean, when someone is held against their own free will, well, I'm not saying she was held against her own free will per se, but you would. It's like a kidnapping victim. Once the victim escapes, the first thing they're gonna do is run, seek help from authorities. Why didn't she do that when Shannon let her go? Leo said he was paying her probably. And it could be. I mean, given his financial stability, yes, it could
Okay,
do.
so
Dr. Steele
so
said she didn't do freaky stuff with younger women. It's not so much just about going with the woman young enough to be his daughter. It is what he's doing with them.
oh boy, you know, forgive me. You know, it fascinates me. No, real talk. Like, it is so
Mhm.
obvious. It is so blatantly obvious. The young lady's lining them up, bro. It don't have nothing to do with. It don't have. I mean, listen, I promise you, it don't have nothing to do with him and him letting her go, bro. He'd have been in cuffs. He'd have been in
Right.
cuffs. Like, what are we talking about right now? Okay. So the fact is,
Yeah, that's what I was.
So the fact is, she lined his old ass up. Okay. And she was going back and forth. And the thing is that because he has a history and because of what he said, I mean, that's over with. That's done. After what he said to her, yeah, nah, she played it. Nah, she's been playing it right. That's why I have that audio for you. She played it all the way right. She knows she was, bruh, it's a direct connection.
Oh well, that's
what she's doing.
all right.
She knows.
That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, man. Like, she know everything that she like all of this is coordinated, dog. My whole thing is how you don't have the discernment to know you shouldn't be even involved in that. That's all it is, bro. Ain't nothing else.
Yeah, yeah, it makes plenty of sense to me too. Yeah, I mean, if she's gonna go back over there, at least bring the authorities with her, have them hiding someplace low key to arrest this fuckface when they get a chance. Just saying, but that's a good point too. Maybe just playing off.
Well, even deeper, yeah, but even deeper. He is continuously putting himself in these predicaments, and so I don't know what to say to that person. You know, like, it's terrible. No one hears us. Your thing ain't working.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, it says we're muted. Can you hear me now? Okay, hold on. Dr. Steele said, right. I mean, Genesis said, right, Dr. Steele, she didn't know any better, and knowing him and knowing just what to do. Both of them aiming each other blindly. Yeah, that's true too. They probably are aiming at each other blindly. That's a good point too. They probably are aiming at each other blindly. Who knows? Oh, she said she could hear us now. Okay. Because I'm going to say I was not muted. We were both talking at the same time. Well, talking to each other. Yeah. But let's continue. Fair use.
Past the time he demanded. The moment he opened the door, plaintiff experienced his rage for the first time. Sharp immediately launched into a verbal assault. He screamed at her, berating her for what felt like hours. He accused her of disrespecting him. Wasting his time, warned that if she wanted to be with Shannon Sharp, she would have to learn obedience. She was terrified and feared for her physical safety. Sharp turned off the lights and grabbed her neck, and just like the night before, began doing you know what. Why did she go back? Yelling at her controllably, forcefully grabbing her
Again, she probably went back because she was setting him up or something. Who knows?
neck, saying he was going to kill her. Over the next year and a half, plaintiff saw Sharp at his house, often 4 times a week. Sharp continued to treat her like an object and continued to control her, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. He demanded complete control of her time and body. He was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in the room. Shared her location with friends, just in case he saw her doing this. The moment he realized she was doing this, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I'll fucking kill you." They both moved